or 6. Remind yourself, this episode doesn't need to be perfect. Your first episode is not the final representation of your brilliance. It's the start of your brilliance being shared. Get it out. You can refine on episode 2, 3, 5, 10. Momentum, perfection. And here's something you might need to hear. You didn't struggle today because you're inconsistent. You struggled because you're human and because you care. Your brain is adjusting to a new routine, seasonal changes, parenting demands, and the emotional weight of the topic. You still showed up. You're still pushing. You're still building. That's what matters. If you want, I can write a shorter, simplified version of the second half, a punchy pickup sentence to restart smoothly.
It's
A
almost
quick
done,
mental
y'all. Give me
reset
one moment.
affirmation you can say before recording, or a 60-second intro to help you slide easily back into the episode. Just tell me what would help you right now.
All right, hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome on in. I'm Jamila Evans. If you're new here, I am in the midst of some things, y'all. If you're new here, I have ADHD. I am in real time right now, listening to chat, working through some ADHD sluggishness. Okay, so a little bit about women, ADHD, and my particular variation of it. I am inattentive type. And so oftentimes I deal with pushing things to the wayside, feeling pressure because they're building up, a bit of shame and blame about not doing them, even though I know I'm supposed to do them, things of that nature, right? I have worked through a lot of that. I have used a lot of life hacks. I shared a lot of those with you all. I talk very candidly about this journey because it's like a hidden disability, right? Very intelligent, witty, all those things. I'm quick witted. However, when it comes time to get things done, having twins, having a house, yada, 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 owning a business, it's not complaining. It's just what it is, okay? So I have been working on a small project. If you listen to what chat was saying, you probably heard what it is. And right now I need to be working on that project. Okay, now this project requires me to go inside, pull out of me, and do some things that are challenging for me, right? So what I'm working on reminds me of college papers. It reminds me of having to be clear and concise, write an introduction, thesis, you know what I mean? But and I struggle with that. I actually failed English 110 because I had to write a paper. And I didn't know about time management. I didn't know about my undiagnosed ADHD. And so this 5-page paper, baby, I was like, I'm gonna push it out the night before. 19-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old Jamila, right? So what I did was, I'm telling you all how I'm getting back into the groove. I had to just go ahead and just throw today away. I didn't. I have 4 hours while the boys are at school to get my things done. Those things where I need like complete silence. I need to be able to go into a workflow. I need to be able to play some music. You know what I mean? My old school way of getting things done when I was a young lad, okay? I only get 16 of them hours each week. And if I come back home, I lose an hour of that because I have to drive here, drive back, yada, yada, yada. So realize I got the mic out and everything for what I'm working on, okay? Realize that I did a little test, okay? I got my little voice audio, just making sure that the mic was working, so on and so forth. Did a little test, and that was all I did. That's all I recorded. So I just put into chat, I was like, let me just see what chat gonna do to help me out. I said, I'm having some challenges pushing through the second half of this. I don't know. I don't know between a slow startup, holiday season, and getting the boys back into school after fall break. Today I found it quite hard to record, even though I really needed to use this time because I don't get it often. The reason I popped on here to share this with you all is because as chat was talking to me now, this is in a separate, I keep my different projects and different chats on ChatGPT, but it of course understands, it goes back and forth between the chats or whatever. So in this chat, I'm specifically talking about this project, but it went and got context from my other ones where I have a chat for running the salon, or I have a chat for being a better parent, or I have a chat for whatever, you know what I mean? So it pretty much like immediately said, now you also can tell chat how to talk to you. Chat is built to be your friend. So she's gonna be all gentle and sweet or whatever. So I'm about to play the non-gentle version of it because this particular response took in the fact that I was giving myself pressure by saying I needed to use this time versus just being in a creative space. So this chat was nice, but I just put another prompt in for it to give me a more direct and like mentor like advice. But let me read some of this to you all. It literally says, thank you for being honest about that, and let me tell you something clearly. Nothing is wrong with you. Now, I never asked you to do this. It's me and my friend. You're not unmotivated, you're not slacking, and my love language and what is something that I need reassurance wise as I'm working through therapy and being able to put language to these things is I need a cheerleader. I love, that reward system, the dopamine of it all. And then it gives me like a little boost, and then I do what I need to do. Chat, I didn't tell Chat to do that. Chat must just know. So it says, you're not slacking, you're stretched. And that is true. Okay. Your brain is juggling the slow months that affect your rhythm, holiday season pressure, getting twins back into school, ADHD, executive function fatigue, and trying to produce meaningful, high level content. Sis, you put it into perspective. Thank you. It says that's a lot, and it put it in all caps. And I do that. I type like that. So I don't know if Chat picked that up or whatever. So anywho, um, it went on to keep on going, and I just love how it really took off when it said that when I said I needed to do this, that was pressure. I literally was just talking to Star yesterday. Shout out to Star Branch if she's on here, if she watches this, love you girl. And we were talking about pressure and how I had to release that and then also control, and that's a whole nother tangent. I'm not gonna get onto it. So I'm about to let Chat do this straightforward version, and this is the prompt that I gave it so that it would be less friendly, less kind, and give me like direct girl get on your type information. Okay, so I said thank you. Me and my Chat are we I be cordial. I be the southern woman that I am to Chat. So thank you, Chat. Can you give me this advice in a shorthanded way that is straightforward, that a straightforward mentor, excuse me, shorthand way, in a straightforward mentor way that although it's considerate of the pressure, understands that I need the push. Okay, so I'm gonna let it generate it and I'm gonna play it for y'all. How y'all doing today as it's doing that? Ooh, I am making the transition really quickly. This is a sidebar as this is literally going crazy. I am making a transition this month from coffee to tea. Okay. The tea that I did today, I was going to get I think it's a company named Tazo, Tazo. They have a Joy and a Rejoice, I think, version, and they have caffeine in them, and I really like that. I like the flavor of it. I like that the tea has a caffeine in it. But instead, they didn't have it at the food line I stopped at. I got a Peak black tea from Bigelow, something like that. And it had it. The reason I really picked it up is because it said it had extra L-theanine in it, and a lot of those supplements I take for my brain has that. So she gone. I guess I'm starting to feel a little perk, a little situation going on. So let's listen to Chat. One moment, y'all. Here we go.
Absolutely. Here's the straightforward mentor style version with compassion and a firm push. Listen, you're not struggling because you're incapable. You're struggling because you're tired, distracted, and doing a lot at once. But you still have to finish this episode. Here's what I need you to do plainly. 1. Stop trying to make it perfect. Just get the words out. You can fix it later. Right now, done is better than polished. 2. Record 1 minute, not 10. Don't think about the whole segment. Just record the first minute of what's at stake. Once you start, the rest will follow. 3. Use a quick warm-up. Don't sit down cold. Take 30 seconds, breathe, reset, center, then hit record.
So I use Chat a lot. I actually have not been using it recently. I have been like out here freeballing it. And this is the perfect way to use chat. I know the AI is like, at this point, like people are nervous about it and so on and so forth. Let me put y'all in a better position. One moment, y'all. I know that people are, concerned about it and things like that, but this is how I use AI for my business as a small business owner, as an ADHDer, as someone who oftentimes, as a creative person who may be like all over the place and need to bring it on in so I could actually get work done. This paired with knowing more about nootropics, brain supplements, because I am unmedicated, like with an Adderall or a Ritalin or something like that. Like this is how I get it done in real time. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Um, I am going to wrap this up. I need to go pick up the boys. So again, I'm doing this like at the tail end of my session and my availability to work on these things. But I'm grateful that I got to this point, that I worked up to this point, because now if I can get them to take a nap, they on a nap strike. They act like they 6 years old. They only 4. I feel like a nap could still come out of them. So if I can get them to go down for a nap, then I'll be able to, even if I just do like the next few segments of what I'm recording, I will be happy. You know what I mean? So I hope this is helpful to someone. If you have ADHD, then this sounded spot on for you. It won't sound like I'm rambling. It won't sound like a girl where you talking about. If you feel like you're watching this and you're like, girl, what is she talking about? You don't have ADHD and you're not creative. You're not a small business owner and you don't struggle with these things. And that's okay. It's for who it's for. I also am talking about a minute. So clearly that black tea is black tea. Anywho, I hope y'all have a great day. And until next time, y'all. Bye.